Hi, everybody. This is God Sad for the SAAD Truth. A very important personal attribute is the ability to properly attribute events that happen to your life either to internal factors or external factors that may be out of your control. I've mentioned this in a previous clip. So we've got, for example, Rotter's internal external locus of control. So if I say I did very well on the exam because I'm a smart student, I'm attributing this success internally. If I say I did very well on the exam because the exam was easy, the professor was too easy on us, I'm attributing it to external causes. And of course, as I've mentioned in the past, one of the central features of most people is that they attribute successes internally and failures externally. And the one group that doesn't do that are depressives. This is something that I've talked about again in a previous post. But in any case, today I wanted to talk about this exact issue as relating to how it manifests itself with the quote progressive mindset and with the social justice warrior mentality and identity politics. So a few weeks ago, I'm not exactly sure when it came out, Ocean's 8, which is, I guess, part of the series of, Ocean's 11, 12, and 13 that came out, many years ago. And now they're trying to have an all-female audience, with roughly the same plot line. Frankly, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't comment on the specifics. But my point today is to talk about the very oppressed Mindy Kaling, who many of you know her from the Mindy Project, a sitcom. I don't know how many seasons it had, 4 or 5 seasons, who came out and said that this is about 2 or 3 weeks ago, that the white male film critics were being unfair to the movie. So it's not that the movie genuinely sucks, which would be one of the ways that you would know this is the number of people who go see the movie, right? People vote for these things as consumers with their feet. They either go to it or not. They post comments on websites that rate movies. And the general feedback that I've seen around is that the movie is dreadful. White people have thought so. People of color have thought so. People who ovulate have thought so. People who have testicles have thought so. Yet, Mindy Kaling can't take personal responsibility. She can't say that one possibility might be that the movie is a poorly made movie, but rather it's the fact that it is males and white males who are the root cause of the problem. Here she says, let me see a second. She says, if I had to base my career on what white men wanted, I would be very unsuccessful. So imagine this person has you couldn't imagine of a more privileged person than this rather talentless hack. And yet she's crying victim because she's made a movie, she's appeared in a movie, it didn't work. Aha, it must be because of those evil white males. And then, of course, Cate Blanchett, a white woman, weighs in and agrees with her. She says something to the effect of, I'm glad that these things are finally being said out loud. So this shows you the danger of this type of attributional style of attributing all failures externally. Think about it this way. Suppose you're a businessman or businesswoman and you set up a business and it fails. Well, you have two possibilities at that point. You could either think about, what are some things that I might have done that contributed to the business's failure. In this case, you're engaging in an internal attribution style. Maybe I did things that led to this failure. Maybe I had the wrong products. Maybe the retail store was in the wrong location, and so on and so forth. Or you could say, oh, it's the consumers who are dumb. They don't understand. Well, it's God's will and so on. So the former attributional style allows for growth. It allows for feedback, right? By honestly looking at the reason that led to your failure or success, you learn from the experience. If you reflexively right away simply argue that the failure was due to an external force. And if in this case, the external force is driven by an identity politics agenda, oh, it's the white male critics who are the root cause of this problem. They put out bad reviews, and then this causes people to not come and see our movie. Then you are doubly parasitized by various strains of cancers of the human mind. Not only do you have a dishonest attributional style, but the root of that dishonesty stems from a cancer known as identity politics. There you have it, folks. We need to eradicate this type of thinking, and we could only do that by being honest and taking personal responsibility where it is appropriate to do so. I hope that you're off to a good week. Tomorrow it's the start of the semifinals of the World Cup. Whichever team you're supporting, I wish that team the best of luck, but eventually only one team will win. It has certainly been a very interesting World Cup. Enjoy the games. Cheers.